What's up guys, Nick here from 31 Film Talk, and I need to share with you my experience that I had over the weekend. As you can probably tell from the title, I went to my first con. First con ever. I'm 24 years old and I went to my first con, and it was great. And it was called C2E2, which stands for the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. And so basically it's like Comic-Con, but this one's Chicago only, Chicago made, stays in Chicago. And Chicago's my hometown. I've lived in the area my whole life, and I've been saying for years, Chicago needs their own, like, con. I have some pictures and some video that I took. Not a lot because I was just so overwhelmed. I was just walking around experiencing everything. I wasn't, like, constantly looking through a camera. I wanted to just experience it all. So I don't have that much, but I will show it to you in, like, a little montage, quick montage. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, like, pick one celebrity. I'm gonna go meet him, get an autograph, maybe a picture. Yeah, I'll pick one. And up until the week leading up to it, my pick was going to be Adam West. He was going to be there. He was signing autographs. I was going to take my DVD of the Batman movie, have him sign it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so cool. It's Adam West. You know, I'm sure he's going to be awesome and hilarious. And like literally a couple days before the con was going to happen, they announced that he was not going to be there because he suffered some kind of back injury, or I forgot what they said. It was some kind of back injury that he's okay, but it was going to make it a lot harder on him to be there every day. The con was a whole weekend, 3 days, so it would have been a lot of like stress on him. So he canceled his appearance, which is kind of a bummer, but I understand. So the hunt was on. I was like, what other celebrity can I go see? And going through the list a couple nights before I decided who I was going to go see, I was really excited, guys. I'm really glad I went with this pick because I think I should have picked him first instead of Adam West. Don't get me wrong, I love Adam West. I think that would have been great, but the celebrity I picked was Jason David Frank. One of the most popular shows of my entire childhood, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Jason David Frank is the actor who played the Green Ranger. Also played the White Ranger and like a red one and like a black one or something, but whatever. Green Ranger. Got to the con right when it opened at 10 o'clock. Autographing started at 11. I went over and got in line at about 10:15, 10:20. Waited in line for like 40 minutes. I was like 15th person in line. By the time he got there, there was probably like 100 people in line to see him. And guys, he is like the coolest guy ever. He had our line cheering, doing chants. He'd stand up on his autographing table and he's like, okay everyone, on 3, yell it's morphin time. 1, 2, 3, morphin time. Like, he's like, on 3, Dragonzord. 1, 2, 3, Dragonzord power. Like, it was surreal. He was the only, because the autographing section, it was autographing tables. There were like, I want to say there was like 20, maybe more, maybe less. It was just like all in a line, in one row, and then they had the lines that go up to the table. We were the only line that was like doing chants, being loud. He was the only one interacting with the line, not just the people who were at the front and got to go up. The whole line. It was just so fun, and he was so awesome, and he was so committed. He is not ashamed that he was on the Power Rangers or anything. He showed up, half his hair was green, he was wearing green Converse, he had his helmets, the Power Ranger helmets there on his table. He had a big poster of like all the Rangers that he played and all the shows he was in. It was just so awesome. And if you haven't seen him or heard of him lately, he actually professionally fights in MMA now. And you should see him now. He's real, like, he's built, he's got tattoos, but he still looks the same. I mean, he looks older, but he doesn't look, he doesn't look bad, honestly. So, went up there, and I was so nervous going up there. Johnny went with me, and it was just so awesome. So when I went to get, when I was thinking about what I should get autographed, I was going to get the Batman movie signed, so I figured, I have the Power Ranger movie on DVD, I'm going to get it signed. I bought this like 2 years ago at Best Buy for like $5. Had him sign it. I was like, oh, yes. I actually have a Green Ranger VHS tape, but I don't have the sleeve for it anymore. That got destroyed a long time ago, so I was like, I'll have him sign this. Here's a White Ranger in it, but whatever, same character. So here's a better look at it, hopefully, if you guys can see it. It says, to Nick And then he wrote something that I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like a phrase. It just looks like a bunch of letters, but I have no idea. And then it says, Jason Frank, in quotes, Tommy. So awesome. And let me just tell you guys, he was such a cool guy. So humbling that he loves his fans, that he still has fans after all this time. It was awesome. He's such a cool guy. And, you know, this is my most cherished DVD now that I own. To sign this, he didn't sign the plastic, you know, outer cover thing. He actually signed the cover art sleeve. That's what he signed, and I'm pretty sure that's what you really should get signed if you're going to do something like this. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys a quick little montage of the video and pictures I took. I didn't take that many. I was taking all my pictures on my phone. My phone died about halfway because my phone's battery doesn't hold a charge that well anymore, and the reception there wasn't that good, so it was, you know, eating up the battery trying to find a reception. So, but I got a couple of pictures, then I took some video after that of some really cool people in costumes and stuff, so I'll show you a quick montage of that, and then I got a bunch of loot. Well, not a whole lot, but I got loot from free stuff I got, some stuff that I bought. So, watch the montage, come back, and we'll check out my loot.
Remember those books, I Spy? You have to just find random objects.
Oh, wait, we're going back this way.
That's kind of like how this con feels.
Yeah, that was C2E2. Yeah, awesome. So awesome. So, I'm going to show you my loot now. I'm going to show you some of the free things I got first. Here's the booklet you get for right when you walk in, and they give it to you. You know, Iron Man, and, you know, some other stuff, and it's got, you know, everything that happened, celebrities, you know, some advertising, but just really cool. I had the map and stuff in here and layout of the place. Really cool book, though. I'm going to hold on to the book. I won't throw it out, because it's really cool. This one I got at one of the booths. There was a section of the con called Artist Alley, which is a lot of just original artists who have their own comics and stuff. So I got this from one of them. I didn't buy anything from them, but I took this because I'm going to check them out. Free shout out here. It's called Space Mullet. I mean, it just looks really cool. The art style looks really cool. The character design looks really cool. So, space-mullet.com, free shout out. Go check them out. This one I saw at a table, giving it away for free. It's a book, free preview. It's called Upp1ng the Body Count, and you get like I don't know, like a chapter, or 2 chapters from 6 different books. So you get to, you know, preview them. And, I mean, they're all, like, horror-related. The Julian Year, Cradle Lake. I can't read that one. The font's kind of hard to read. Agnes Hahn, it's a person's name. Storm Demon. Worm Food, that one looks kind of cool. Monster Behind the Wheel. Those are the 4 or 6 books I can count. They were previewed in here, so big horror fan. Go check it out. They look really cool, and I'm going to read some of these and check them out. Again, here I got, someone was just, we were just walking around, they were just like, here, free CD, and we're just like, oh, cool, CD. And usually I think it's always, I always think that's going to be like some kind of like demo CD or overall, like overview CD of like what they're about, like those really annoying ones that are like poor quality, you know, production quality and everything. But they handed this one out. It's Tropic Bomb's album Nuclear Honeymoon, which I think is a great name, and I love the cover art. It's pretty funny. And it's a full CD. I mean, there's 11 songs on here. I mean, it's a legit CD. So they're just handing out a CD from their band. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. I've never seen... Usually, you know, unknown bands, they want to sell these and get some kind of money for their work and try and, you know, move forward or get something. So they were just handing this out. So I was like, I'll take... I haven't listened to it yet. It's not even open yet, but... You know, while I edit this together, I'll give this a listen. I'll put like text or like an annotation or something. I'll tell you how this is. Okay, this was a pretty common thing that you could get from the artist alley, from all the artists. They were selling like sketchbooks, which are a lot. Usually they were like smaller size, and they had a bunch of like the small like, you know, drawings and works they did. A lot of them, like, you buy one of the books and then they'll do like an original sketch for you. One of my friends bought one of those. Here's one that was given to me for free. Harbinger Wars sketchbook. I guess it's a 12-issue crossover event, and it's got all the ones on the back here. Yeah, it looks cool. I like the style. Looks really cool. You know, give you a free shout out there, Harbinger Wars. They had these little cards that were like parodies of movies or, you know, pop culture, but they all have a mime in them. Like it's mime humor. You know, the stuck on the invisible box, can't talk, black and white face paint. And they were just sitting there, and they said they were free, so I was like, well, I guess I'll take them. Double-sided, so I took two. There was a third one, but I didn't really... I was like, eh. So here's a sample of it. Mime Hamid Ali. And it's really goofy. And Mime Out. I don't know what this is supposed to be a parody of. If you know, let me know. I don't know. I like the Muhammad Ali parody one. I thought that was pretty cool. So grab this one. And then this one, I picked this one up because it actually looks really cool. Well, not this side though. Miami Vice, you know, parody. Miami Vice, but the other side. This is why I grabbed this one because it just looks really cool. The Miminator. Look how cool that looks. You even got the. That's awesome. And then it says in his sunglasses up there. I don't know if you can see it. My camera doesn't focus really well with stuff close up to it, but it says mute. This is good. I might hang this one on my wall somewhere. I think this is funny. Alright, I'll show you the free stuff they give you just for going to the con, from the con itself. Right when you walk in, they give you this bag for free to keep all your swag in that you probably get, but I brought my own bag, so I wasn't really using this, but it's got Head Smash on it, which they were heavily promoting all over the con, especially in the lobby area. I honestly don't remember what it is. I believe it's a comic, but I could be wrong. Just search it up if you're interested. You can find it, but you know, it's a nice one of those eco-friendly, durable bags. I like that it's black. That's cool. When you walk in, well, here's my pass to get in. They got, you know, decent looking artwork on it, a little generic looking, but whatever. I put these pins on here. Probably hard to see, but when I went to the DC panel, you got these for free. Logos from different heroes. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then I had the Flash, but then Johnny's fourth one was Green Lantern, so I had to trade him because Green Lantern is probably my favorite hero, so I had to trade and get the Green Lantern one. But this is my pass I had to wear all day. Pretty awesome. When you walk in, they give you this bag for free, and they're like, take some of our free stuff, which just consisted of a lanyard from Hawken, playhawken.com. Free shout out. And then this I thought was kind of weird. It's weird for several reasons. You got a free pair of Men in Black 3 sunglasses, which Men in Black 3 was last summer, so I don't know why they're doing that, but it gets crazier. You open this up and you realize this is actually a really nice case. Then you open it up. These are actually pretty nice sunglasses. I mean, they're I mean, they're cheap-ish, but I mean, really nice actually. These are nice sunglasses. They got the MIB 3 logo on the sides, but I mean, these are really nice. I won't put these on because I need my prescription glasses to see, but they're really nicely made. I brought these home. My dad was like, these are nice. And in the case comes with a cleaning cloth, a certificate of authenticity. They actually numbered every one of the sunglasses. I mean, they had 3 bins full of these, which was ridiculous. And then a little, some little handout plug for, looks like an online game or something. So, but I was like, wow, there's actually some like high quality free thing we got here. Just thought was okay. Let me show you what's in this bag. Free advertising here. Free comic book days coming up. It's on May 1st, which is a Saturday. Go to freecomicbookday.com. Find a comic store near you so you can go check it out, get a free comic, and you know, enjoy comics. So in here, this was the bag you got for going to the DC panel that I went to, and I actually put just some stuff in here. When you go to the DC panel, you get this bag. You get those buttons I showed you that I put on my pass, and then you get one of the many colors of the Lantern cores from the Green Lantern mythos, because there's other Lantern, like all the other. It's a poster from the movie The Losers. I liked that movie. It's based off a Vertigo comic of the same name, which is under DC's publication. And this is cool because this is the style that they did of the poster of the movie, but they have all the actors' names for the characters they played, and this is how the comic looked. So, kind of a merger. And on the back, it's got a bunch of little things here for anime movies. And a comic, and then Man of Steel the movie. They talked about it a little bit on the panel. They said because there was a new trailer that just came out a couple days ago, and they're saying it looks awesome. Someone, the guy who was hosting the panel, said he's seen the movie. He said the newest trailer doesn't even show 1/100th of the action in the movie. So I was like, ooh, cool. Superman movie really needs some action. Like I said, they were like 3 for $1, and then one of them was 4 for $1. So I picked up a few. Just, you know, just because I went to a con, I feel like I just felt obligated to get some comics. So here's the first one I got. It's called Dead at 17. Never heard of it, but it looks really awesome. The art style looks really cool. It's issue 2, so I'll just look up online what the first issue is like, and looks like it'll be a good read. And the rest of them I got here are all DC comics. Like I said, I'm more of a DC guy. Justice League International, issue 2. Justice League International, issue 3. Those are both from the New 52. Green Arrow, issue 5 from the New 52. Looks crazy. I got Green Lantern's Core here from the Brightest Day line, which I've read like none of. I just wanted to get a Green Lantern one. Got my favorite Green Lantern, John Stewart, in there, so looks really cool. And the last one I got here is, I don't know how to say his name, Azrael? I picked it up because he was in Arkham City, the video game. He's that mysterious, like, assassin, ninja-looking character that, like, if you were, like, went somewhere random and you came across him, he had, like, those symbols all over the city and everything. So I wanted to pick up something because he was really cool, so I wanted to pick up at least one comic or know something about him, you know. This is issue 1 from December of 2009. So the last thing I want to show you guys that I picked up was prints, which I got all from the Artist Alley. A bunch of independent artists who do some original artwork, and they do their own original artwork on like existing characters. Like they have their own original artwork of like Superman, you know, Batman, Wonder Woman, all those comics related things, and as well as other stuff in pop culture. I'm going to show you an order of that I bought them, and this is the first one. I saw this and I was like, I have to own that, so it's just so cool. Check this out. How cool is that? That is freaking awesome. Oh, it's just so cool. I love everything. They had 2 different color schemes you could get this in. This is the more comic book one, the color. He's more of like a gray color, the background's that color. The other one they had, it's the same image, it's just colored different. He was way more green looking, and the background was more like an orange, the guys and stuff. But I like this one. I think the look just looks better. It looks grittier and everything. And I really love this. I can't wait to hang this on my wall. And the artist who originally made this, he was there at the booth, and he signed it for me. So really cool. I'm going to cherish this. Other than Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles was like the other half of my childhood. Oh, if you want to check out this artist, he's smart. He put his name and his website's on the back. His name is Jason Flowers. I'll put all the links to everything that I plug in this video. They're all free plugs. I just want to show my support for all these people. The next one I bought is from an artist. I don't remember his name, but I have the website, so I'll plug that after I show. I just think the colors look good. I love the design. I love the look of the robot. I just love the overall look of it. It really caught my eye, and I really love the originality of everything. It's just really cool. Again, the original artist of this, he signed it for me. I love because his signature is printed into the print itself, but he actually did sign it for me too, which is really cool. I love this. I think it's really cool, and really glad to own it. And it's gonna go up on my wall. It's gonna look real good, and I'll do a plug for him too, because really cool stuff. I really want to support the site and everything, because he gave me this card so I can check him out. Website is robot-envy.com. He told me that there's a bunch of cool, like, it's basically robot art. So there's a bunch of cool stuff on there, and he says they release different artists' like drawings and stuff weekly. So there's new stuff up there every week if you're curious to just check it out. This last print I have here has a little bit of a story to go with it. When I was walking around in the artist alley, someone was calling out my name, and I was like, who? It wasn't a voice I recognized, like somebody I came with. It's like, who's calling me? It was a girl working at one of the booths, and it was she's one of my really good friends, and she's one of my oldest friends. I've known her since like kindergarten, and we've been good friends after grades. Like when we went to high school, we went to separate schools, and after that, like we wouldn't go to school anymore together. But we've kept in contact over all these years, seen each other like real like spread out, but we still keep contact, and we're still really good friends. So it was really cool to see her. She was working a booth with a friend of hers, and her friend was an artist and had a bunch of prints for sale and stuff. I thumbed through his stuff. He had like a booklet you can look at, and I was like, okay, you got some pretty cool stuff here. I was like, I'm actually kind of shopping around right now, so I want to go look at everything else, and then I might come back here and buy one. So like, okay. So I went and looked around, bought that robot one, and then came back, and I was like, okay, I want to buy something from that guy. Looked all over. Me and Johnny, we must have spent probably about a half hour trying to find his booth, because I could not remember where it was, because the section was pretty big. I couldn't remember where it was. We went up and down. And she wasn't sitting at the table anymore, so she was wearing like this all red outfit, so she kind of stood out. Couldn't find her, and we finally ran into her because she had gotten up and was walking around. Found her, and we're like, I can't find the booth of your friend again. I wanted to go back and get something. She's like, oh, and then, like we went over, and I was like, yeah, we didn't even like look over here for whatever reason. So thumbed through. He had some $10 prints. I think he had $15 prints, and he had $8 prints. And this was more towards the end, so I was a little low on cash at this point. So I got an $8 print, but I think it's really cool. I really like it. This is Deathstroke. He's from DC. I feel like he's really starting to gain popularity, like really now. He's really picking it up. If you ever watched the Teen Titans cartoon show, this is Slade. It's the same character. His original name is Deathstroke, that's his name, but they couldn't use Death on the kids show, so they called him Slade. Slade is the character's last name. I forget his first name, to be honest. I'm sorry, I forgot. But, so he was in that. A lot of people know him from that. Of course, he's been in the comics. He was in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, the video game, if you played that, or the brand new game that just came out that showed in the previous video, Injustice: Gods Among Us. He's a fully playable character in that too. So, and if you've played the Batman Arkham video games, the new one that they announced, Batman Arkham Origins, he's going to be in it. He's going to be a main focus in it too. He's going to be a main character, like main villain, under Black Mask. He's going to like head up a team of assassins or something. If you get Game Informer, he's on the back cover. That's him. So I feel like he's really gaining popularity, and if you notice, I'm sure he reminds you of another character that's really popular in comics and stuff, Deadpool, which actually Deathstroke was created first, and then Deadpool was created as like a parody character of him. And they didn't think he was going to last real long, but Deadpool became really popular, and then he just kept getting more and more popular, that now he's still around today, and he's like more popular than ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure Deadpool is way more popular than Deathstroke, but, you know, Deathstroke is still popular. But Deadpool is just like taken off because he's like a complete parody, and he's funny and, you know, hilarious and stuff. But Deadpool is actually a parody character and was created because of this character. So, fun fact for you. So, really cool print. Again, the artist, he signed it. All my prints that I got, the artist signed them, so that's really cool. So, can't wait to put this one up on the wall too. So that's all my loot. My camera's battery ran out like midway when I was recording during the comics, so I'm pretty sure I backtracked and recorded what I needed to record, but that's my experience, that's the stuff I got, and I just want to say in closing here that if you've never been to like a Comic-Con or any kind of con, if there is one that you could probably go to within like driving distance, I highly recommend you go to it because it is such an experience. It's so fun. Just, I highly recommend if you've never been to a con, go, because I'm like addicted now. I want to go to as many cons as I possibly can. There's another one that's going to be in Chicago in August, so I'm going to try and go to that one. So if there's any Chicago area people, I know one channel that I watch is Chicago area. You know, want to do like a meetup or something, that would be awesome. But I'm just saying, if you've never been to a con, if there's one that's within driving distance from you, get some friends, go. It's so fun.